can we have a talk? So just as in every day, I went through multiple lobbies in the multiplayer and I played with all sorts of people. So just when as I got used to playing with a little bit of newer guys, I've met one slightly above average player, which I thought, oh okay, this is funny. He's trolling a little bit and only building snipers. Where I initially thought that this is a troll, after this little 3v3, I challenged him to a 1v1. For whatever reason, I was too tired to think about anything and I just went for my standard 1v1 free swarm missile rush. But of course, this one guy cannot build anything else except snipers. Now you would think that this is kinda dumb or this is kind of a meme, why can you not defend against it? But hear me out. So my skill level is slightly above the average, so just in the same day that I get defeated by this meme, I also defeated one of the top 20th player in the game, so I could say I'm decent at the game. But in all honesty, right now, after this game, I have no idea how to defend that. The sniper can aim too good, so even with the tiny doors, one of his many snipers is just aimed perfectly on that spot, and once I try to shoot, my sniper just died all the time. And just by surviving long enough to get one swarm missile to shoot, where I could kill 4 of his snipers, during that little time it took him to spend 400 minerals immediately and the little time that the snipers needed to build, I could not really build a mine and get a profit out of it. Build another weapon, the only thing that I thought doing is the same thing you do against the minigun rush, which is angled armor, but the angled armor was just not fast enough and the sniper can just aim at any weak spot and instantly kill the medal. The game is not able to repair faster than 6 snipers can do damage, and additional metal in front takes too long to build, so you just die. So I'm not really salty about this because it is a really interesting strategy for me to analyze right now. The only question in my mind right now is this OP? So what I'm going to do for all of us is that I'm going to test everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is to copy his build, and with that I'm going to shoot at my ultra hard AI and let it defend. The defensive options that I have in mind is small wood, big wood, metal and sandbags. In addition, when we have a way to defend against this, I will take some mortars in which you can kill all of his snipers because he basically will not build any anti-air. So I did not really expect this to happen. Once again, the ultra hard AI can just surprise me. I've tested 5 different games where in the first game I just was a little bit surprised on how easy this strategy is to just building 6 snipers and nothing else and aiming them with the eagle eyes laser ability is way too easy, so they're all pretty accurate, and then spamming 2 buttons and you have this. In the first game I aimed at the foundation of the ultra hard AI, where the build was initially designed to defend the core first and then expand, so everything is defended with sandbags. And as you can see, I was able to not only destroy the metal, I was able to destroy all of its mines, which is basically winning me the game. I just need more time to go up to some nukes and then he's dead. So I tested the same AI again, but with this time aiming for his core, where he's building defenses, the sandbags first. And just as I expected, the sandbags are probably the best and most affordable defense against this sniper spam. It is ridiculous how you need to build, but it can work and I can see myself doing this in a real game. In the next game I tested the metal again, where I as a human were too distracted and could not focus on how to build the metal properly. The AI can, and with free mine income the AI is able to slowly but surely get all the metal up and at the end you can see once this defense stands, not even 10 snipers can shoot through it. So metal can get the job done, but for a human could be way too difficult to build up. There must be said, the most important thing for the defender is to not put any turbines out in the open or any other weapons that could just be destroyed. So you're poorly defending, and I don't think that once you are defending, you're probably never gonna get a shot off. So the next replay features the AI defending with small little wood spam, where I initially already thought that this would be the best solution to this problem even for a human player. It is! In the beginning I was too slow and could not break the metal foundation, and once the little wood went up, the AI was basically free to expand however it was. At last, what I also wanted to test is how the ultra hard AI could defend with a big wood structure, which would also benefit you against any nukes or rockets. To my surprise, the AI actually did it. So I do not think that the little wood spam may be necessary, but of course no human could do what this AI is doing right here. This is ridiculous. You cannot build any mines or weapons or technologies in addition if your whole APM needs to go to repairing this wood. But it is really surprising and ridiculous that the AI can do this! So of course right now, compared to the AI, I feel like a noob because I lost to this strategy. But next up, what I sadly need to do is I need to go through some multiplayer lobbies and test this on some people and see how they react, because I think they don't know how to defend against it, they don't have the APM to defend against it, they don't scout, so they don't even see it coming, and at the end of the day I maybe just one-shot them by killing the metal on the foundation and maybe get a mine, or they just collapse because they don't do a foundation. Let's see. So I've been playing for an hour now, and I must say this build really hurts. Not only in game, it also hurts my hand. Once I need to spam this many snipers for so long, both of my hands actually hurt. But that does not change the fact that we had a 90% win rate and we only lost one game. And that was against the same opponent for the 4th time after he already knew it was coming and he already tried picking a commander to just counteract what I'm doing with the snipers. I do not believe that we would have lost if we just keep on switching opponents and all the time they get surprised with this rush. So just again in the first game we just built the most simple thing. 1 mine and 6 snipers. Later on we get a turbine so that we do have the options of saving up metal and energy to get a technology or expand. But we don't need this. We got 6 snipers and 6 snipers just can kill all of his turbines before he even reacts with a sandbag defense, which, trust me, this is the standard build that most people do, is just 3 turbines without defending it. So all his turbines just gone. After I changed targets to his fundamental, the game cannot repair this straight metal, which is really dumb. The game should change this up, that snipers do no damage to metal. So the metal breaks and we win. So in the second match, we again surprise our opponent with the 6 snipers. So we get just 1 turbine out of it, but all of his remaining turbines are blocked off, so they don't produce as much. In addition, he went for 2 rockets, where just because he needed to defend, they were delayed so long, and the snipers are a natural defense against the rockets. So after that did not work, he switched on defending with big chunks of wood, which actually worked out really well for him, and he went for swarm missile. The only problem is that I were untouched. I could go for my own swarm missiles, and once he realized that I could go up to nukes and he can never attack me, he says GG and wants to try again. So in the next 3 games I played against the same guy because he's a really good player and he showed potential to be able to beat this build. So in the second game he does know what I'm doing and he tries to react. He went for a tiny door on the sniper, which it's proven it does not work. You cannot defend yourself with one sniper, and if you don't build any wood in front of your foundation, the metal breaks, so he actually does a pretty good job. But again, after 6 minutes, when he sees my swarms coming out with the possibility that I will get a nuke, he surrenders again and wants to try from scratch. I'm just gonna let the footage play in the background while I tell you my opinion about this sniper rush. I believe that this sniper rush is overpowered. I'm truly lost for words. I can just feel that my opponents need to be on a much higher skill level than I am so that they have a fighting chance. Right here you see somebody just knowing that the rush is coming, knowing what I'm going to do, and he practically just makes the perfect decision, but still at the end, spoiler warning, I still win, and it's just due to the 4th game that I'm getting tired and my APM goes down, where together with the perfect counter build he's able to get 1 win. There's truly so much power behind this build, because due to all these snipers, you're basically always going to be the one in control of the game. Your opponent can turtle up. It's possible to tank the damage from the snipers, but you will never be able to put some solid anti-air down, so the best follow-up with all those snipers is the nuke. It is so easy to build up to 2 nukes, and together with the snipers you will just always win the game. So in the background you see that he just picked Armadillo on purpose so that he could build some cheaper metal. He followed it up with some economy, and in the later game he went for 3 mortars, which I too can adapt my build if I wanna be professional about this and not just play this for the memes. I can adapt with any shields, I can adapt with more economy, I can adapt with more anti-air, I can also just rebuild my metal and defend myself. So I'm just thinking that it cannot be anything bad to just build like 5 or 6 snipers in every game you play, because then you will be in the lead. Of course it only works in a 1v1 and only in certain maps, but it is one of the most powerful things which I'm going to have a deeper look into in the future. So I'm just going to let this replay finish, but the final replay, where my opponent figured it out how we could beat this build, I will make a video for itself. Thank you for watching, goodbye.